Hello everyone, I'm Alex. Rolex has been part of the uniform of corporate America for decades now. The kind of watch you would have seen your grandfather wear when you were younger can still be seen today across boardrooms and negotiation tables all around the world. If you wear a Rolex, people will know you mean business. The kind of business that requires you to project the image of a well-rounded, dependable individual that succeeds. It's the ultimate display of understated glamour and finesse functionality. And that is exactly what an iconic man such as yourself needs to project. The most expensive production Rolex is part of the Rolex Pearlmaster collection. With the starting price of $89,000, this collection includes the most expensive Rolex production watches you can buy right now. A Rolex will make a custom version of your hand-picked choices if that is what you fancy. This certainly unique watch model matches elegance and refinement with the world's most beautiful diamonds. The case is an adorned gold version of the Rolex Datejust, and at the heart of it you can find a caliber developed and manufactured by Rolex. This unmissable marvel of engineering has a bidirectional self-winding mechanism via a perpetual rotor which ensures a power reserve of nearly 70 hours. The glass is a scratch-resistant sapphire which the iconic Rolex Cyclops lends over the date. You can admire this watch for being so beautifully crafted, or you can hate it for being too flashy. But one thing is sure, Rolex knows good business when they see it. And this watch seems to be just that. Bearing in mind that the most expensive Rolex watch is based on a Datejust, let's take a look at the alternatives that come without all the diamonds. And the first alternative is the Omega Glowmaster. This alternative from Omega promises the same versatility as your Rolex with almost identical winding and anti-magnetic properties at a lower price. Of course, we're talking about the stainless steel case version, but the same can be said about the gold version, which has a long way to go to become as flashy. The Glowmaster is part of the Constellation collection, and it is one of the most iconic wristwatches you can find today. The name is not new to watch enthusiasts, but what is new is the fact that Omega proclaims it as being one of the best movements in the world. Omega has been the first watch manufacturer to apply and obtain such a certification, which certainly stands testimony to the anti-magnetic properties of this watch. Overall, the technology behind this Omega is at worst on par with that of a Rolex, and its looks are not bad either. The design is subtle and elegant, and the pipe and dial with a date in the 6 o'clock position looks very stylish. All in all, it's an excellent choice for an everyday watch if you're a businessman, entrepreneur, or upcoming professional. Breitling Transocean, the day and date version. Now, this is one of the biggest of our contenders. It stands at 43mm and it comes from a company known for its innovative watch design. This time, Breitling found its inspiration in the 1950s when transatlantic air travel was just beginning. It has refined and simple lines, doing away with all things ostentatious. Those very fine crosshair lines that adorn the dial are a very sporty and classy vintage design reminder. But the movement is only as important as your desire to make this watch your daily driver. And use it daily you will, because the Transocean is one of the best, exquisite statements an iconic man can make. The big dial and timeless appearance make this watch the best choice for people who want to stand out in a room full of coworkers or managers, and makes the Rolex look almost dated. What it does share with the Rolex is the 70-hour power reserve time and the fact that you can take it diving up to 100 meters. But it is the subtle design that will win all admiration. The third alternative is the Vacheron Constantine 56. This self-winding alternative to the Rolex Datejust is released by a Swiss manufacturer known for using gold as its most inferior material. Why is it a great alternative to the Datejust? Well, because it comes from a famous brand that uses comprehensive design language. And with the advent of stainless steel case, Vacheron can lower the price just enough for you to take it into consideration. It is still more expensive than the watch used as a basis for the Pearlmaster, but it does come with most things you would expect from a luxury brand, including a 22-carat rose gold rotor bearing with an open Maltese cross on the back. The movement is a caliber 1326 automatic, and it's not the best of the bunch, but it is decently finished and calibrated to the highest Vacheron standards. Now, elegance is key with this expensive, fine-quality wristwatch. It will more likely be best suited for formal events, important meetings, and refined dinner parties. Its technical capabilities rival all the best on this list, but you have to agree that sometimes the name is almost as important. So if you're looking for a Rolex alternative that can be an awesome addition to any of your suits, the 56 is one of the most compelling alternatives. Zenit El Primero Espada. There are many reasons the Zenit is on this list, but one of them has to do with the praised El Primero 4650B a development of one of the most successful movements the company ever launched. It has several moving parts, simplifying the original to use just 210. But it will surely deliver. This might very well be one of the features that recommend it as your everyday watch. The Zenit will not try to impress you with a conglomerate of features, but it will soldier on and be great at what it is designed to do. Speaking of design, this timepiece from Zenit resembles the Rolex and provides you with great versatility. It will be equally at home on a date as well as on a business meeting. If you have a sporty nature, it may not be the one for you, as this El Primero does not even come with a stop-second function. But if you want a watch that you can wear anywhere and meet superb manufacturing and quality standards, then the Zenit will surely be a contender. In strictly objective terms, the movement is not on par with the Rolex, but the functionality and dependability win it a spot next to the best of them. And last but not least, this watch uses a box-shaped sapphire glass, which is a more expensive solution than a flat or domed dial cover. The IWC Ingenieur Automatique 1955, and this is actually one of my favorite watches on this list. This watch is another truly great example of 3 hands, stainless steel, and automatic all-rounder from a luxury watch manufacturer. The outer case and bezel are high-polished stainless steel. It has a 120-meter water resistance, which makes it the best on our list in that respect. Now, compared to the Rolex, it offers great exclusivity, as you are less likely to meet 4 people a day sporting the same watch. It will certainly be the talk of the town over meetings. And seeing that it is an original incarnation of the model reference 666 rooted in 1955, it comes from a time when watches had fewer complications and were defined by smooth running and accurate timekeeping. The Ingenieur Automatic has a stainless steel back, so you can't see the mechanism as it is the case with all the other watches on our list, but that 120 meters water resistant feature, and especially the fact that not everybody has one, will turn you into a connoisseur compared to a Rolex wearing colleagues. Okay, so buying a watch from the Rolex's Pearlmaster collection may prove to be a valuable investment, but it will not be as versatile and wearable as the model it took much of its design from. And that is why we recommend you give these watches a test before you make up your mind about your first or your next luxury watch. Pick wisely, and time will always be on your side. Mind you, luxury, automatic, time. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.